Good afternoon. I'm thinking about using this moody pinkish purple to create some roses. I've really been enjoying the bouquets that I've made for my holiday cards, and so I'm going to keep using the smaller brush to make some fluffy roses. So that's one rose. Do the same thing using some honeybee as my center, creating a few dots and dabs. So that's my center point. Hi, Frankie. Thank you, Nightlight. This is a Princeton round 6. That's what I'm gonna use for, I think, the whole painting. So you could have these inner petals touch the yellow centers, get some bleeds, or wait for the centers to dry if you're not interested in that look. I like to have a darker center to my roses and then make that color fade as it gets to the outer petals. So I know much of the East Coast here in the US is going to be experiencing some stormy weather later today. I can already see the dark clouds and wind pickup here. So it's sunlight at some moments and darkness right after. I think I'm going to add another rose, maybe on an angle here, and another one or two. What have you been painting, Frankie? Let's do one that points up. I've got this mix of red plum and berry from Mrs. Hand Painted. It's actually a really beautiful fall color. Oh, pink cosmos, that sounds lovely. I love going back into my camera roll and finding flowers that I took pictures of before I even started watercolor and trying to paint them. Oh, that's awesome. So this rose is ending up in a very different style, I think. Still loose. Very happy. I think that's a good looking one. A lot more white space than the others. I know I'm going to want to put some leaves in between, snaking around. Maybe I'll do one that's a bit lower now. Maybe hardly any of this center color. A little bit more bee balm in there. That's looking really nice. With just a slight touch to that yellow, really giving it a good ombre effect there. Okay, so that's looking very symmetrical in placement, so I want to break that up. Maybe something in the middle and something at the bottom here, and then arrange the leaves so it breaks up all that symmetry. So maybe one that is just all pink as a bud here. Some green might help with that one. Maybe actually popping in a little of that golden color. Yeah, that looks good. Thank you, Nightlight. I don't know where it's headed. Don't really have a vision in my head yet, so we'll see. And I think I saw those anemones. I saw a whole page full of pretty anemones. Okay, so far I'm just using this pink color for my roses and that honeybee. So just 2 colors to make this. Let's do a few more swishes. Since this one's sort of our center, trying to make it a little bit more bold and kind of disappear under the other ones. And feather out that pink. I can do that because this paper is really nice, this bow hung paper. Almost looks like a ranunculus, but that's okay. Time for some greenery, and then I might go back in with some of this dark pink and maybe highlight some of the petals in such a way. We'll see how I feel about that. Onto some green. Ooh, the golden pearlescent. That sounds fun. I think I'm gonna make a little mixture of white gouache in my green to go for something a bit more creamy. I do have a green from KMS called Sage that's very similar to this. But that set is not within my reach right now, so I'm just going to mix up something that's very similar to it. Maybe a little bit more on that blue side. Okay. Yep, that color really goes well together. I'm never sure about how my colors are going to look when I pair them together. This is all just one big experiment. Ooh. So did you find a new favorite pink? Oh, purple and red. And one of the first colors that I bought was Permanent Rose from Winsor & Newton. I used that so much. Mixed it with some yellows. I would mix it with blues for beautiful purples. Well, I'm glad you got yourself a pink with little effort. That's really nice. So let me add maybe some tendrils here. Kind of get some movement going here. One here. Really do love this paper. I haven't used gouache in a very long time, and then as part of the summer creative retreat with Peggy Dean, the Pigeon Letters hosting, I saw this lesson with gouache, and so I broke it out. I did it. It was okay. It didn't make me fall in love with gouache again, but it did remind me how much I love using white gouache with my watercolors to make these almost pastel colors. So I love that green. I normally reach for a very dark blue green or undersea green, Daniel Smith, olivey greens. But this is such a beautiful complement to these roses. A really nice backdrop to them, I think. So I do think that there's still something that I can add to this painting to finish it off. Although some of you might think it's done right now. So we've got this one kind of bud coming out here, and I don't really have a place for another one unless I kind of sneak in some of these. Thank you. I really do love experimenting with colors. Maybe not even a bud, but almost like a berry. I could add some little dabs of the same yellow that's in the centers as berries. I think that might look nice. Then it's not so flat with the roses as just the only thing you're looking at. So let's see if that can be done in a nice way. And that sky is really turning over here. Storm is definitely approaching. Okay, so just within a few dots, I realized I'm not going to go for berries. I'm going to go for something a little bit like a loose filler floral. I love these for filling up gaps between flowers and just a sort of complementary feature. So just some dabs and you've got some flowers. Maybe even a few random dots that are here and here. My favorite type of flower. I will stop and take pictures of lots of flowers. So peonies I find really beautiful to have in a vase, to have in a garden. Some interesting ones. I've got this hibiscus, this very ruffly, it's a cream colored one. It's really beautiful. It almost looks peony-esque. It's got lots and lots of petals. So I love seeing that bloom. Let's see, other flowers. I love painting roses. I think I could paint roses every day and never get bored of them. Okay. So I think this is going to be my stopping point for this. As I dip into some darker color here, just adding a bit of dimension in some of these places where the color got washed out. But I am, I think, done with this. Nightlight, what is your favorite flower? Crayon, no. Yeah, I'd say peonies, hibiscus right now. Roses to paint. And then this filler flower could be anything. Right now it's giving me azalea vibes, just because of the color. Really, this could be oriented like this as well. I think it looks good upside down. Thank you, Ella. I think this is going to be it for today. I had a late night last night, and I'm ready to just curl up, finish a book, and do some more painting tomorrow. I will show you yesterday's florals if you weren't here for that. We had this pretty purpley blue and some daisies. Thank you, Hopeful Optimist. I'm reading Black Eyed Susans. It's actually not about flowers. It's a thriller. I do like painting Black Eyed Susans, though. And I've got a book, the only one left, on my bookshelf, ready to go for when I finish it. Oh, that was a good answer, Nightlight. Very good answer. Okay. On Saturday morning, I will have a workshop on roses, so maybe that's what got these on my mind. I'm thinking about painting roses in a few different styles this week. Ooh, Game of Thrones series. Yes, I haven't read them. I don't typically read fantasy. I like a good suspense and thriller, but you can have crossover of those, and that feels like it's one of them. Did you watch the series first and then get into reading the books, or were you always a big fan of the books? Oh, okay, big fan then. Big fan. Hopeful Optimist, Game of Thrones. So what is it that's a struggle? Is it just because there's very dense descriptions? I feel like that's one thing that I know about them from other people's descriptions. Oh, like Shakespeare. Okay, the writing style. It's not easy to just hop into, right? Okay. Well, because I didn't turn off my live, I decided to add a few little things. Okay. It is good. No, I have a very long list of books that I've got waiting for me. I'm very happy about that. That's what my summer is for. Reading all the things that I don't get to during the school year. Tomorrow, same time as today, I'll be here around 4 p.m. Eastern time. The workshop is going to be Saturday again, Saturday morning. Yes. We'll see if Kashmir is able to log in. I'm going to try and make that happen this week. Right. I know I'm on summer vacation, but I don't want it to go by that fast. Okay. I'll stop playing with this and call this one done. Thanks for joining me today. It was good to talk to you, and I hope to see you again soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope all those severe storms don't do you any damage. Stay safe out there. Bye, everyone.